what's up? It's Grace, and today I'm going to talk about some of the things that irritate me as a reader. There are just some things that people do, maybe they're not aware of, but it bugs me. And I got this idea from Andrea of, I always say, okay, it's Little Yellow Bookshop. I always say My Little Yellow Bookshop. But I got this idea from her. She did a video like this, and I thought it was so accurate and so funny, and I'll link it down below for you guys to watch. So I just thought I'd add a couple things to it, so let's get into it. First thing I'm going to talk about is when someone says, you haven't read that? Like, you haven't read that and you think you're a reader? Yeah, and also, I don't want to read it anymore because you're mean! That bugs me. The second thing I'm going to talk about is when someone says, why are you reading that? I've actually had a lot of people ask me sometimes when I read a book, they're like, why would you even want to read that? A lot of people ask me that about You by Caroline Kepnes, this book right here, because it's very graphic and crude and raw, not sugar-coated at all, but I think that's what makes it great, because life is not all a bunch of sunshine and flowers, I say as it's outside my window, but life is weird and awful at times, and people are stalkers, and sex is a thing, guys. It's how we were made, and I don't think that we should be grossed out by it. That just is a thing. It's naturally, and that naturally happens. So yes, I just let people read what they want and don't judge them for it. The third thing I'm going to talk about is when someone gets really mad at you for having a different opinion of a book or a different opinion of a character. And I myself need to work on this because it's only with my best friend Hallie. I only get mad at her because me and her, we do not agree whatsoever usually on books and characters. For example, the biggest fight me and her have ever gotten in, and this is like have we been best friends for 4 or 5 years? I don't know. Biggest fight we ever gotten in was because she said she didn't like Warner. Okay, let that sink in a little bit. She said she didn't like Warner. So clearly I got really upset. I said some not so smart things, and we got in a little bit of a fight. But now she likes Warner because she saw the truth. But I was so angry. But it's usually just with her that I get angry with her because I know her so well. Anyway, but I've had some things to say on my channel about John Green. Like, I think John Green is a wonderful, very, very intelligent, very talented writer, but I think where he lacks is in his characters because they usually are all similar, and I think they're very selfish, usually the girls in them. And I had some people comment, like, lists about how the characters are not selfish. And, like, yes, I respect that totally. But they get angry at me that I don't agree. So angry, like, calling me names and stuff. So I just think that's silly. The fourth thing I'm going to talk about probably bugs me the most out of anything. And that is when someone tells me that I read too much. No. One cannot read too much, and also everyone has the thing that they do in life that they love. So like, people do sports all the time, or people watch TV or movies because they love it, and I probably read as much as they watch TV or films. So I feel like, I don't know why, maybe reading is just kind of more of an obvious thing because you're like all the time like this, but let people live. Let people. Fifth thing I'm going to talk about is when someone tells me that I don't have a life because I read too much. I've had, kid you not, people comment and usually comment on my pictures on Instagram. One was, your life must suck because you read so much, and another one was, don't you miss out on life? Do you think you miss out on life because you read too much? Now I could kind of understand that question from like an outside point of view. But no, I don't. I think I get a lot from books in life, and I've learned so much from books in life. And also, again, everyone has the thing that they love, and to me, reading is like the best thing ever, so I think I'm getting a lot out of life from that. But yeah, I think that's really funny. I read that comment and I was like, what? And the last thing I'm going to talk about is something that happens a lot, usually like in school or something, when I meet new people and I tell them about my YouTube channel or the books that I read, and they're like, wow, you read so much. You know, I always start a book but I can never finish it, and I'll just be like, you know, you're probably reading the wrong thing. And then they'll say, no, like, believe me, I cannot finish a book. And I'm like, you're reading the wrong thing. And they continue to argue with me about this. But you see, I was like that. I was like that person that would always read half of a book and never finish it, and it was very hard for me to stay on track and really pay attention for a long period of time. And it still kind of is, but I have to read the right thing, and so I'll tell them, like, you're just reading the wrong thing, and they don't get it, and I'm like, please try, because honestly I think everyone is a reader. They just have to find their thing. So yes, that's just more of like that does not bug me too much. It's just like, it's a missed opportunity that I'm like, please take, probably not this book. That's probably not the recommendation I would choose, but you know, let's see. Oh, this is a good book, and this is a great book. I love these two books. I just give it to them. Live, guys. Have a fun time. So those are just some of the things that irritate me as a reader. If you want to, comment down below and tell me some of the things that irritate you, or what has happened in your life that's pretty funny because you're a reader. Like, what situations have you been in? And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye. Wrong hand. Yay.